Fine, right, it's all clear to go. That's it, Alex. So drive the first lap how you've been doing, even if it's just reduced pace because you're warming it up. That's perfectly fine. It's obviously what you're doing is the interesting bit rather than how fast at the moment. So. And we're on the Foster circuit. Was it the Foster circuit you used last year? Or? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's this gear. It's this corner. It's not this left-hander. This right-hander.
Very tight.
I'm never sure whether it's worth. I reckon it's better just to stay in third. If you change down to second, it's hardly worth it.
Would I be right in saying it's one of those gears? One of those times you could do with the 2.5 gear.
Yeah.
In that case, what I'd suggest is using the higher gear, and what you'll do, you'll just kind of build into it a bit more and more. Certainly, if you think about it, if you've got a manual box, if you're using the lower gear, that's going to be one more gear to change up from, and when you're on the clutch, you're not on the throttle.
I'm not into it yet, that was poor.
Well, trust me, I'll see a lot worse than that, Alec. If that's as bad as it gets, it'll be a good run.
I'm not exactly pushing it, and they squeal, and I get told off for my tyres squealing.
Yeah, it's some cars it's a little easier to get the tyres squealing in others. It really is true. What often causes tyre squeal is a little too much steering going on. Right. And that can happen if you're just watching through it. That's it. So that can happen if you're using a little bit too much throttle, because when you're on the throttle, the nose lifts up, right?
Yeah.
And so that is going to lessen the weight on the front end and therefore lessen the grip, so you'll hang on to a bit more steering than what it needs. So try using a little bit less steering. Certainly work the steering off and replace it with power as a state of mind, and you'd probably reduce any tyre squeal and also lessen a bit on wear. Is a good target under here because that's the bit of the bridge we're passing under.
Right.
As you can't see over the crest, it makes a great little thing to aim for. So really patient with the power, a bit less fraction, less steering. Feel for the minimum of steering that you actually need, because very often it can be easy to just turn a little bit too much. Having said that, it may be that you never really eliminate the tyre squeal, but it's something that might work. Early on the gas is going to cause you to add some steering next. It does lift up the nose. As a general rule, you're doing very good, Alec, because you're accurate, and that's 9/10 of it. So less steering, that's it. So we went in a bit hot there, which is why it's kind of squealing throughout. If you did want to reduce the tyre squeal, just a little bit slower going in, because the momentum of the car wants to take it straight on, and it's how much front end grip you have or haven't got that affects the tyre squeal. So staying out wide, looking for the R of Palmer, point front wheels at the R of Palmer, and you'll probably find you'll get away with some tyre squeal. Double check what our friend in white's going to do. That's it. Okay, so really patient through here, Alex. So turn more going in and a little bit less steering, and then follow with the power. And as I say, although that seems, I know we're going a bit slower there, but being able to go through the corner with a bit less steering will save on some tyre squeal. So in other words, you've got to turn a certain amount, but the more you can get done initially, the better it'll be, because then you'll need even less through the turn. That's it. So turn a bit more initially, and then a little bit less, and then follow with power, and that might start alleviating some of the tyre squeal. That's it. If you need to pass them, that's it. Just watch the edge of the road here, though. So less steering, that's it, and then you can follow with a bit of power. Obviously you don't want to use so much less steering that you run off the road, but you can see where we're going with this. Less steering, get it straight, yeah, just too ambitious going in on the throttle like that, because it's just going to pull the back end round with all that steering.
Right, too much steering.
Yeah, the steering throttle are mutually exclusive now, they're braking ahead, so watch out for this. Yeah. The steering and throttle are mutually exclusive, so the less you've got of one, the more you can have of the other, and vice versa. So if it was a scale of 1 to 100, if you've got 70 steering, you've only got room for 30 power. Whereas the steering comes off 70, 60, 50, the power could go on 30, 40, 50. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So, yeah, I think
So
my
back
main
off a
thing
little
is
going in.
too much input.
Well, we're certainly doing a lot to alleviate that steering coming off the corner now, because we had a lot less tyre squeal in these last couple of laps. Less steering, and then we replace with power. So as soon as you done less steering, the wheels were rolling forward instead of pushing sideways, and the tyre squeal stopped there. Let's watch out for a friend. Yeah, he's nice. So plenty of braking for this, plenty of braking, and then off the brakes. Patience, too early on the power, less steering.
Right.
Yeah, like, how was that ever going to work, my friend?
I wanted to turn more to get to the apex.
Well, yes, but you've got that much power, you couldn't have turned without
Right,
spinning.
okay.
Yeah, because remember as well, when you get on the power, it lifts up the nose, doesn't it? And so if you're still working to the apex, you shouldn't be on the gas. Brakes on now, smooth, turn it in, that's it. Patience with the power, less steering, follow with power. Okay, now a bit of a lift off here, lift off so we can get to the apex, and patience with the power, less steering allows the power to come on. There you go, because you've got less steering, therefore you can use more power. Yellow to yellow and then the tall tree. Nice. Lift off and turn here, now get it straight and then start braking. Braking now hard, harder than that. That's lovely, and then smoothly coming off. Patience with the power, patience with the power. Look for the yellow, look for the iron power, less steering to allow the power. Always watch the curb here, particularly if it gets wet later on, because it can drag you off to the right. So brakes on hard, lots of braking, plenty of braking, smoothly does it. Keep on braking, blend off the brakes to enter the turn. Patience with the power, less steering, replace it with power. That's great there, right? Now, we're carrying some good speed now, and we're not side squealing like before. So clearly, your patience has paid off, you know what I mean? And the same here, we've got on the gas way too early last time. Plenty of braking, that's it. Plenty of braking, and then off the brakes. A little bit of throttle to maintain speed, but not enough to drag us away from the apex. Less steering first and follow it power. Nice one, Alan. Looking good. Okay, just a lift off and turn here to the yellow. Lift off and turn. Get her straight. Brakes on smooth. Nice. Blend off the brakes to the end of the turn. Looking good. Firm braking here. Braking. That's it. Off the brakes. Get the yellow. Bit less steering. That's it. And that will alleviate the tyre. That's good. Looking good. So lift off and stay lifted to the yellow. Light to the throttle, and then all the way out wide, and follow the power. Now the rain is coming down a bit harder, so the track's going to get wetter. We've got a black flag, so black flag for us. That means we need to come in. Carry on.
Okay.
As it happens, we'd be coming in at the end of the next lap anyway, so for the time. But
not sure what is
braking smooth. That's okay. We'll carry on round. Round to the right. For the yellow, go through the motions even if you reduce pace. As I say, watch out for this curb if it gets any wetter. Okay, brakes on smooth, we've got a yellow flag, so expect a problem. Down again, plenty of braking though, because we've got a yellow, we want to be ready. Into the next yellow cone, and of course the pits is off to the right.
That's why we got a yellow.
Oh yes, there it is.
Still looks in one piece.
Absolutely, no wall contact, that's the main thing, yeah. Right then, Alex, so what we'll need to do is we'll need to park up in front of race control. Here's the marshal to come through and speak what it is. So plenty of braking to the right. That's lovely.
Right, flag it for sliding round corners. Try and keep it.
Well, that's what we've been alleviating, Mike. This was in the first.
And keeping all four wheels on the grass. All right, track limits.
We weren't on the grass.
It's been sat next to me. I've not done anything.
Well, they've called it in as
right. What happened, Mike, was we had excessive. Remember that in at Knickerbrook when we went in on the throttle about lap 2.
But that didn't even go over the curb.
No, but the point is that's the sliding through corners bit.
Okay.
And so on. But luckily we've dealt with it. But obviously bear in mind, see how hot they're going to be on the Alex.
We haven't been on the grass.
No, that's okay, Alex.
Yeah. Okay. I know you only know what you're told. Yeah. But he can tell you. I didn't scare him that much.
Anyway, Alex, if you take the last few laps, really big improvements, and they're definitely making you safer as much as anything else. Now that less steering allows more power as a rule. If you watch the racing on TV, like the Formula 1, look and listen to the onboard camera as to how patient they really are. You'll hear the engine note rise when that first hint of steering starts to come off, and that's exactly that. Less steering, allowing more power. If you've got too much steering on and add the power, that's when it spins up the rear wheels, brings it round. So so when you're doing it right, also, you've noticed a lot less tyre squeal too. So do be mindful of that. So you've done a good job. So well done.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day, because as I say, it's definitely some big improvements there, no question, and have a good time.
Thank you.